In the last 5 years, NVIDIA is up 555%. Year to date, it's up 221%. And during this past month, NVIDIA is all over the news. NVIDIA's blowout earnings ripple across tech. NVIDIA's $25 billion buyback a head-scratcher for some shareholders. NVIDIA earnings scare away AMD, Intel investors as legacy chipmakers lose ground in AI. For NVIDIA, it's AI or bust as it reports a record-breaking quarter. Can the NVIDIA rocket ship power stocks through a slowing economy? According to its PE ratio of 110, NVIDIA looks extremely overhyped, surely is one of the hottest stocks out there. Sadly, it's more hyped than it usually is when we compare it to the S&P 500 at 22 and its last 5-year average at only 73. As a dividend stock, I wouldn't count on NVIDIA unless you're investing billions since it only pays 16 cents per share. But when we look at its payout ratio, fortunately it's low, 3.86%, which means a lot of that money is going back into the business. So from a growth standpoint, looking at next year and the next 5 years, NVIDIA is still growing its earnings at an incredible rate. When it comes to return on equity, my way of looking at how effectively they put your money to work, we can see here that NVIDIA has a pretty good ROE, but that's not as good to see when done in the past and against the S&P 500. Looking at NVIDIA's cash holdings as its most recent quarter, the company has an okay amount of cash. I'd wonder why it doesn't have more cash. Along those lines, its free cash flow, which is my way of looking at its monopoly power, NVIDIA also has an okay amount coming through. Just from what I see from its key financials, NVIDIA is a highly growing business on the back of the AI revolution, but it's hard to justify the expectations with what I see, and that's an extremely overhyped company. But hey, I analyze companies all the time. If you want to get access through hundreds of these companies, join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/GrowthShares or click on the link in the description. We can all agree NVIDIA is super overhyped, but is it justified? But because so many other people know that already, should you buy it at its current price? At the low end, analysts are giving NVIDIA a fair price of $354, while at the high end at $1,018, with the average at $572 per share. Looking at its 6 most recent analyst recommendations, all are maintaining a buy signal. I'm more conservative with my estimates and I give NVIDIA a fair price of $157 per share. Right now, the stock is just too expensive, and you'll see that many long-term investors will think that as well. In the end, I give NVIDIA a final grade of 43 out of 99. Overall, amazing growth, but at such a bloated price. I'd wait until there's a big pullback or if the expected growth can translate into real dollars. But if the hype outweighs the fundamentals, it's a good speculative stock. Tell me what you think of NVIDIA. Invest wisely, and as always, take care of your money.